That was like a drawn out just before it popped. It was a nice full pop when it finally happened, but definitely took it a second. But
Pow pow.
yeah, man, we watched RCC a few days ago. That video came out 4 days prior to this one. This is Sunday after the next second weekend of shows happening. We'll see what we get out of this weekend, but this Pulse stuff came out. We're watching Pulse today if you haven't figured it out, everybody. From 2025, it is not their preview show. It's their first actual show. It's Arcadia High School. Was that the show?
I believe that is correct.
Yeah. Mr. RBase311, go subscribe. Mr. Drum Corps Coffee Shop himself. Great video from him as always. Video, audio quality. Go subscribe, support that channel. If you want to watch it without us talking throughout and pausing, link to that video is in the description.
Did want to give a shout out to the band dads. I believe it was from Pearland High School who intervened at the I think it was the TCGC down in Texas, the indoor show where there's an unfortunate incident. I saw that there's a GoFundMe going around for the person who suffered an injury from that. Glad that he is all right. And, just shout out to those dads. And, yeah, glad it was a better situation than it could have been. But don't want to dwell on that too much. But, shout out to those guys for stepping in. And, kudos. Cheers to them.
100% for sure. All right, this is Aged Out Reacts, everybody. We're the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast. Michael Fantini, and with me, as always, is
Evan Worrell.
And comment, like, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon.com. Hit the join button here on YouTube. All that good stuff. Aged Out Fundamentals, drum every day. AgedOutPodcast.com. I might have already said that. We don't know. Also, this video is our first video sponsored for the season by Brash Drums. They supported the channel during the drum corps season this past summer. Great product. Check out Brash Drums. The link to the website's in the description. Great drum pad products. The Alpha Pad is phenomenal. It is probably the best pad I've ever played on. It's my daily driver, for lack of a better way to put it. As they say in the tech world about their computers, my daily driver.
Yeah.
I play on it just about every day. Check it out. Great company. Designed by a product designer, Scott Uzarski, who was in the Cadets Baseline in 05. Great guy. Go check him out. And let's jump into some Pulse.
Buy some pads. Mine has held up really well, too.
Yeah, you've put yours through the ringer. I haven't played on mine as much as you've had yours a little longer, but yeah, great stuff. All right, Pulse. Did we look up the show title before we got here?
Underground.
There we go.
Yeah.
And this is their full lot warm-up run before the show, I
believe. As much of the show as they have right now.
Yes, correct.
Which I have not watched all of this, so.
I'll point out, too, this is a complete blind read for me. I made a point, just like with RCC, with this, the early season stuff, I want these reactions to be as raw as possible. So I have not seen anything Pulse is doing yet.
Mine's not completely blind.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
But I haven't seen it this up close.
There we go. I like how you thought they were taking it one direction and went completely.
Little split action in the marimbas there.
Ooh,
a little split ninelets.
Very evenly done, hand to hand, and splitting that stuff.
Yeah.
Very delicate.
Hi,
and
Mom.
Tough,
yeah.
Working in those presses in the middle of that phrase. Yeah, nice job on the roll all the way
Singles
down.
jump to the gut edge there. Shout out my man with the vintage glucose jacket on.
I saw that. Yeah. Ooh, good job by the front, jumping in to accentuate those last notes with the harsher, more metallic tone.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. What
was that? It was like a flam drag. Blip, 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 blip.
Yeah, it was the rhythm of a flam drag or a tap drag. But
I couldn't tell where the flam was in there. Maybe it was like bruta, bruta.
Yeah, but that was really freaking cool. Oh, with the dynamics down and up on the hand to hand? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to watch that one more time because also before they played a bunch of them in a row, like up the drums, they played one down and one up from the bottom drum that like set the tone, and then it just didn't stop. It was like on repeat. It was really, really cool.
That is
That's one of the cooler bass breaks I've heard in the last few years. It's pretty sick.
It's already pretty filthy. Filthy good.
Yeah, filthy in a good way.
Yeah, fast finish there. That metric just timpani. Was that on the keyboard?
Yeah, using the battery to support the electronics up front's really well done. All right, I've gotta can't overstate when they played that like hair rhythm with the flam in there off the left. When you decrescendo it like they did, that takes so much finesse and control to hold on to that at that speed.
Oh, and because you're just essentially playing eighth notes.
Yeah, it's a lot of control to keep it balanced, clean, and hold on all the way down.
Yeah.
Right there. Full ensemble.
Yeah, full ensemble.
Rhythmic and show. It's a good moment. It's a good opening moment. A couple different feels in there. Some features. Wasn't that dude in Thesis and like BD?
He does look familiar.
I think he was in Thesis and he was in Blue Devils for a couple summers. I wonder if he'll put a snare drum on at some point. I need to back up and see how the cymbal feature was worked into everything. It's become like my thing now to pay attention to that.
Maybe he'll cross over from the rope drum onto the hybrid, the modern day snare drum.
That's what I was getting at.
I know the show's not done. I did watch the full thing on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The rope drum thing eludes me a little bit.
More of a subdued.
Yeah.
More subdued and very readable. Yeah. And notice, as we pointed out on here, the rope drum was by itself faded out, and the cymbals kind of took the lead and then grew, and it wasn't out of place. It wasn't abrupt.
We're probably going to beat that to death this year.
I already said that's my goal is to get that point across.
The cymbal features are much more enjoyable and appreciated when it's not trying to compete with like the rest of the ensemble.
Play to the instrument's strengths.
Yes.
In the sound palette of the overall ensemble.
Got the morph of the vocal there from the beginning. Here we go. Great attack.
You're gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah. Timing between the set and in the front and the keys. Wow.
Good on those roughs this early.
Kind of using the quads as like a palate cleanser between those snare ideas. I have seen this part. It's pretty slick. Yeah. That's tough. The split heritas and then working the backstick in there. Like,
is that what those were? It sounded more just like straight notes.
No, what I think it is like that. What do they have? 8 snare drummers, 9 snare drummers? That like each partial the hair to split whether you're playing the downbeat, the first partial, or you're playing the upbeat,
Oh,
or
okay.
the third.
Yeah. Okay. I
And
see.
so it's just creating the the six tuplet feel.
Okay, I was going to say, I heard consistent rhythm, like singles, essentially, just the straight rhythm, but that makes sense.
Yeah, because if you watch the individuals, they're definitely not playing straight singles. But...
No, not at all. There's like backsticks and stuff thrown in there, which is pretty cool. We're going to watch that again because I'm a snare drummer and I want to.
So that's like you just have to play the right rhythms and trust that everybody else is playing the right rhythms also.
Yep. Good full battery threes. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
That's one of those moments. Like they had the moving, the really quick high mom split down the line. That's like one of the. I feel like Pulse always has one of those snare line moments where you're just like, that's it. That's like one of the hardest things any snare line's doing in WGI.
Even though the one last year was kind of a fake out because they weren't playing the shots on the high mom.
But you understand what I'm saying, though. They always have some kind of flashy, over-the-top, impressive thing that
it jumps out at you. Yeah.
And even if you're not a snare drummer by trade, you're gonna watch it and go, "Whoa! Like that was really tough." You could it gives off the impression of difficulty. A lot of times, it actually is difficult too. Not to downplay it. We got a minute or two still.
Good communication there.
Mm-hmm.
Tempo with the hands. Yeah. Just a very exposed attack.
Great slowdown. They slowed down, hung it, and then came back in with a faster rhythm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pushing and pulling together.
Mm-hmm. Well, great entrance from the front, in front of that, in the middle of that. Tough finish with the fast motion covering large distances.
Well, yeah. The unique timbres implements there.
There's a lot of unique sounds in general across the show. Cool. I like it.
I do find it ironic that they chose that as a stopping point. I can't stop. There, we're going to stop.
You'll never convince me that wasn't intentional.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am interested to see this thing fleshed out to the end. I watched it on the floor, and so,
I got to go. I saw the video that was out there of that. I got to go watch it now because like I said, I didn't on purpose. But
we'll do I think we were talking about doing like a preseason, just like throw some darts at a board, guesses and first impressions. So I got some thoughts on it. But
yeah, we won't talk too much. This was more about just watching what Pulse was bringing to the table out the gate this year, like we've done in the last few seasons.
Musically, really strong again.
Yes. We'll talk about more of the intricacies of like this year versus last year, how they came out of the gate, whether that matters at all. I'm not even convinced that fully matters that much because it's a longer season. Everyone's going to improve a ton. There's plenty of examples of groups that have come out more gray and dirty, and they end up really, really good in April, and groups that have come out swinging really good and then just kind of never took it. So I don't even know what's worth talking about. I'm sure we will in our podcast.
We'll get to that later.
But for now, I like a lot of the stuff they're doing. There's some cool, intricate stuff that every section of the battery is doing.
As usual, the flow musically is really seamless. So.
Idea to idea transition really, really well. Yeah, I'm excited to see the full product, and I really hope that dude on the rope drum ends up in the snare line with an actual drum on by the end. I don't know how that'll be relevant to the show concept or if it'll ever happen, but I mean, he was in BD's snare line for
just
like
jonesing
2 years.
for it.
Yeah, just put him in there. Just he wants to. Just give him some sticks. All right.
They usually do they only have 8? They usually have 9, don't they?
I'd have to go.
I
back
didn't
and
even.
check.
I wasn't counting.
I
That's
think
fine.
they
We'll
have
get
8.
whatever.
I didn't count at any point, but all right. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right, cool. Brash Drums, everybody. BrashDrums.com, I believe, is the URL, but link is in the description. Go click there instead. Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, agedouttpodcast.com. Drum to the Aged Out Fundamentals. Not enough of you are doing that. And
on
a
brash pad.
Yeah, there you go. Shameless plug. It'll help so much, trust me. It'll make the end of your indoor season better, even if you're just getting your hands back in shape. I've been picking one every day. I pick a different one every day. It takes me 15 minutes. I'm fighting old man hands. I saw TJ Chaquette post something on his Instagram about fighting the old man hands, and I was like, I got to get on the train. I can't let it happen too soon. So,
My hands are still pretty solid.
yeah, mine are decent. We'll get there. We'll get them back into form, and those fundamentals videos will help. All right, we'll see everybody in the next one.
Peace.